Right now, somewhere in your recommended queue, there's a show about the end of the world. A slow crowd presses against a locked door. You already know the rules. Don't get bitten. Headshots only. But here's what almost nobody expects. Scientists actually ran the numbers on this. The real answer is far stranger than the show. The word zombie didn't come from Hollywood. It came from Haiti. In 1980, a man named Clervius Narcisse walked into a hospital and said something impossible. He'd already died 18 years earlier. He remembered the fever. He remembered dirt hitting his coffin. Then, one day, in a crowded marketplace, his own sister recognized him. How does a dead man come back? A Harvard-trained ethnobotanist named Wade Davis went looking for the answer. He tracked down Haitian sorcerers rumored to create zombies and studied the powders they used. Inside, he found tetrodotoxin, the same neurotoxin found in pufferfish. In the right dose, it can slow your heartbeat so far that doctors pronounce you dead, while some flicker of awareness remains. Davis argued a zombie was never a corpse rising. It was a living person, buried by mistake, dug up, and drugged into obedience. Other scientists still dispute how much of it holds up, but the case itself, the funeral, the missing years, is documented history. In 2009, mathematicians at the University of Ottawa, led by Philip Muntz, asked a different question. Not is this real, but if it were, how fast would it spread? They built the same kind of model used to track measles or flu, called an SIR model. Susceptible, infected, removed. Muntz added a category disease models never need. Zombie, a group that doesn't stay removed. Here's where the numbers stop being fun. Seasonal flu spreads to about 1.3 people per case. Measles can reach 18. Muntz's bite-based model was worse than both. Across nearly every version, unless people responded within days with overwhelming force, the outbreak never slowed down. It won. Why? Because every death adds a new infected person back into the population, instead of removing one. It's less like fighting a fire, and more like fighting a fire that lights a new one from every house it burns. 2 years later, a real agency picked up the same idea. In 2011, a physician named Ali Khan, running preparedness at the CDC, published a post called Preparedness 101, Zombie Apocalypse. He used a fictional monster to smuggle in a real checklist: water, medication, a family meeting point. The post crashed the CDC's own website with traffic. Why does a fictional monster grab you this hard when you know the dead don't walk? Because you've lived your own version of it. Empty shelves, a rising number on a screen every morning, being told to keep your distance from people you love because something invisible was spreading faster than anyone could stop it. The zombie apocalypse was never really about the undead. It's a costume. Underneath it is one of the oldest fears your species carries: contagion, moving through the people standing closest to you. A psychologist named Mark Schaller calls this your behavioral immune system, an automatic threat detector built long before anyone understood germs. It's an inherited instinct from ancestors who survived plagues simply by being slightly more cautious than the people beside them. So when you watch that crowd shuffle toward a locked door, you're not just entertained. You're rehearsing the one disaster that's actually, repeatedly, nearly ended human civilization. Not with teeth. With something microscopic and patient. Notice something else. In every one of these stories, the humans usually find a way through. That ending is a choice a writer makes. Munz's equations don't answer to anyone, and they don't need humans to win by the credits. So tonight, when another one of these shows loads onto your screen, you'll know the rules by heart. But now, you'll know something the writers never put in the script. Mathematicians already ran these numbers, quietly, in a paper that's been sitting in an archive since 2009. They weren't writing fiction. They were writing a forecast, and according to their own equations, the odds were never really in your favor.